Chompcast, the official podcast of Sword Chomp. And remember, you can always go to swordchomp.com, where you can access the many places our podcast is available for download. But if you're listening to the show right now, that means you found us. So welcome to the madness that is the Chompcast. You can also find us on Patreon, www.patreon.com/swordchomp. If you'd like to support us financially, look for our VIP tier. The post E3 fallout is upon us. No, that is not ash raining down. It's the powdery white residue left behind by millions of excited nerds after E3, raining from the heavens as we have some more post E3 coverage for you this week. We also finally get around to debating the ever polarizing Detroit Become Human. We've been pushing that off for weeks now. We're going to delve into it, aka a poor man's heavy rain. It's also raining poll results. Every Tuesday at Sword Chomp on Instagram, you can vote in our polls, our legendary Sword Chomp polls, and we'll read the results, discuss them for topics on the podcast. This week, we have polls to discuss, including the last great Pokemon game, zombie fatigue, cyberpunk as a first-person shooter, the Tetris effect, and our sequel-heavy gaming industry. Which is actually the topic of the show. Is the gaming industry too reliant on sequels and familiar franchises? We have a neat BioBreak article involving camouflage, and much, much more will be discussed with the help of our very special guest today. As the summer of guests here at Sword Chomp continues, we are joined by Erica Suarez of the Super S Anime Podcast. She is a writer as well for Comic Bastards. How are you, Erica?
I am fine and dandy.
Fine and dandy.
Yes.
That's because if you were just fine and you weren't dandy, I'd be a little worried. But I'm feeling better now. Glad to have you here. How you feeling? Are you excited? Nervous? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm super excited.
You're a podcast veteran. You have this thing down. So. Yeah,
I hope so.
It's like we'll find out. I know you also go by Little Saiyan in a lot of places like Twitter. I assume that's because you are a big DBZ fangirl. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So would you agree that Frieza is the coolest of all Dragon Ball Z characters, right?
No. He's fucking annoying.
That was a trick.
Yeah.
He's the coolest. Freeze? Okay, no. What is Frieza? Frieza doesn't get enough. See how I did that? See.
God damn it! Why didn't Erica? Why did you laugh? We don't laugh. That encourages him.
Yeah, we don't laugh at his bad jokes.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
don't laugh.
It's bad parenting. He's gonna take the wrong message from this.
Erica
now this
knows
podcast
that
just gonna be filled with bad jokes.
I love bad jokes.
Yeah. That's why I mean,
But
Erica
you don't
are friends.
love them. You don't love them this time.
Erica understands that people want to hear laughter instead of the awkward silence. So it'll be a nice, refreshing break from these fuckers I have to deal with. Wait, okay, who's your go-to? Who's your favorite DBZ character?
Vegeta.
Vegeta.
Yes.
Why? Is there some sort of deeper reason, or you just think he's really cool?
I think for a deeper reason, just because of the growth like he's gone through from Dragon Ball Z and then to Dragon Ball Super. If you've watched it, it's just, I love it. He's so amazing.
His character arc. Okay.
Yeah.
Does he have a mustache now?
No, he
okay.
doesn't.
Sorry,
He
Fish.
should
was so
have
random.
a mustache.
He had a mustache in GT. But
Oh, did
that's
he?
like
Oh,
a whole
okay,
other
okay.
thing. Yeah.
Right.
Wow,
A lot of
GT
people
got
don't
real
like
crazy.
GT.
They're giving him mustaches and shit. Well, that's cool. Well, we're glad to have you here as a podcast veteran as well. Erica, thanks for making time with us today. It's going to be fun to debate some stuff with you. You are pro Detroit Become Human, so we should have a pretty spirited debate. Just like, I don't know. Yeah, that's about it. That's the sound that we'll kick the show off with. But we're glad you're here. I'm going to introduce the rest of the co-hosts, the crew you know and love. Up first, from Texas, the one and only, the Filipino Johnny Depp. Fish is here. Fish, it actually is a nice segue there because you do the anime podcast, Erica. speaking of the darker side of anime, Fish actually was, I don't know if you know this, Fish was the founder of his very own hentai blog. What was the name of that blog again, Fish? I can't remember.
Tentacles and more?
Tentacles and more, okay.
I must be thinking of I was following the wrong blog this whole time. I was reading 10 out of Tentacles this whole time. I thought that was you.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I gave Fish all day to work on that joke, and Josh came up with a funnier response in 2 seconds. 10 out of Tentacles. He's on point.
Yeah, I don't really do any homework around here, and yeah.
Even I wouldn't say consider that homework per se, but I'm glad you went the tentacle route, because for some reason that's all I kept thinking of too was tentacles. That's all I kept thinking about.
That's all I got too.
What is it? It's like one of those cards when you're in the doctor's office and they show you a picture. It's like as soon as you see hentai, you just think you see tentacles. You see tentacles, you think hentai, or vice versa. So, you should have done like an aggregate page, Fish, like the Metacritic for hentai or something like that. That would have been cool. You really could have. I don't think something like that exists.
Unless you count, all the likes and dislikes on those videos.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I could aggregate all that and be like,
kind of
this. Well, you know what they do with those likes and dislikes? They'll dislike it if it's too high. If it's higher than 69, they'll dislike it. If it's lower than 69, they'll like it. So they could kind of, get up there to 69%.
All right.
Little known fact about the internet.
Thank you for providing us with the knowledge. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
We are glad you're here today, Fish, as usual. Discuss everything with us. Up next from Japan, the one and only Professor Shay Layton is here with us today. Shay, you had a pretty exciting week. Looks like you were on the verge of booking another interview for Evoking the Sublime, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at booking Fish to talk about his hentai website. So I'm really excited to delve deep into that and get into his newly found obsession of putting mustaches on our favorite anime stars as they have sex with each other.
That's it. That's Vegeta's porn stash. That's what it is. Okay.
That's exactly
his 70s porn stash.
That's right.
Oh.
And you
I want to
notice
see
he only
Majin
picks
Buu
the
with
70s porn
mustache.
stash because it doesn't go above 69.
Oh, there you go. There you go. He's all. What'd you say? Did he say Majin? You got a response out of Erica with that Majin Buu thing. I think that unsettled her.
Majin Buu.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Majin Buu with a mustache.
Get your shit right.
It would be pink, right? He would have a pink mustache. It wouldn't be actual follicles because.
Then it's just gonna go with his skin color.
But it would be. It'd be pronounced though.
I want to see
Sticking out
Popo
on his face.
Look more like he just has cat lips or something. Just a little cat smirk.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like little
Great
like
big
whisker
upper lip
things.
there.
Yeah. Maybe he has like how catfish don't actually have whiskers, but they have those weird like pieces of flesh that look like whiskers. Maybe he has a bunch of those little.
Well, you're going to find out about all of this and more on the second episode. So,
Okay. So we're branching out now. Okay.
All right.
just hold your horses.
Wow.
Evoking the Sublime, interviewing game creators and fish. Hentai-blogs.
Hentai website creators.
I'm excited.
He's a pioneer.
Yeah.
Fish is a true pioneer.
He is.
All right, cool. Well, I guess Shay doesn't want to give us any secret details about this interview yet. So
I do not.
Up next from Michigan, Joshua Fowler is here. I always said the one and only, but that's kind of
That's
goes
patently
without saying.
false. We're fucking
yeah.
everywhere. It's just Josh
Yes.
Fowler's all over the place.
I'm really sick of them. They're just spawning everywhere I look. Josh did a great job editing a lot of our E3 content for us, Erica. He found a way to get us all, on a nice little screen with the press conferences. I've been putting a lot of those clips on our Instagram page. This has been a lot of fun. I got like weeks and weeks of content from those 3 press conferences Josh did. So great job on that, Josh.
Yeah, I enjoyed them.
Thank you.
Little snippets, little tastes. Also, it's the only time you can hear Josh laugh. It's true. If you want to hear Josh laugh, crazy amounts of laughter, it's there. It's proof. I actually had somebody message that, like, he has the most adorable laugh. I'm like, oh, I've never heard the word Josh and adorable in the same sentence.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, my grandmother and my dad and me all have basically the same laugh. Just kind of that high-pitched, just slightly uncontrollable laugh.
It just gets away from you.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. You were quite tickled by that. I was talking to Erica about that this week. That Skyrim sketch, where they did the Alexa Skyrim thing. She was telling me that she actually downloaded it and tried it out. So,
Yeah, it was funny at the moment, but then I'm just like, oh, okay, I got bored of it.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah. That's pretty, but it's cool that they did that. You know, they committed to that joke fully. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. that was a great sketch. The smart fridge of Skyrim. I love it when companies can, like, you know, make fun of themselves in that way. So, but yeah, those are really cool videos. I have a couple more coming up. And Rat Simulator will go up tomorrow. Rat Simulator 2019, which won't make sense right now, but it will next week when they hear this. Glad you're here, Josh. I, of course, am Morgan Barnes from Montana. Erica, I don't know if you know, I've been in a deep, dark Pokemon hole lately. It has been scary, but not Pokemon Go.
Cast Flash.
Yeah. There you go, Josh. Thank you. Yeah. So helpful.
Mm-hmm. But put that on some trash Pokemon that you're never gonna actually use that in battle. So.
That's true. You gotta have, what do they call those, TM or HM Pokemon, where you just HM slaves or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was telling Erica about this a little bit because I was in a little bit of Pokemon Go phase, but I didn't know anybody to play it with. Because that it's a cute little collecting game, right? But if no one's gonna play Pokemon Go with you, then what's the point in playing it, really? And typical Fish abandoned me. He was the only Pokemon Go friend I had. Fucking abandoned me. I sent Erica that funny video of you, the Pokemon Go video where you pull your phone out of your pants, the classic. But that's, that was a good one, right? It was good.
That was gold.
That was gold. Yeah, that one's been up on our Instagram page for, actually probably need to go take that down. That was one of the first videos I put up on our Instagram page like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't want HR on my ass for that video, Morgan. Take that down.
Yeah, I actually need to do that. I need to take it down. But it made me hungry for like the actual Pokemon game, so I've been going back through Pokemon Sun and Moon. And I was hoping Erica had played it, but she said the last one she played was X and Y, which is why it actually inspired me to put up that poll question this week. So X and Y was the last Pokemon games. Did you like X and Y a lot, or?
I really liked it. It was different from like the rest of the Pokemon games, just because you were able to have like a one-on-one like connection with your Pokemon and like feed it and then play with it and like do other kinds of things.
Yeah, like bonding.
Yeah. That's what I liked about it. And then you were able to choose between female or male character and then dress it up. But I just like those kind of things. It's fun.
Yeah, they were kind of taking a step almost toward like that digital, like we were joking earlier with the Tamagotchi thing, like that digital pet that you can like take care of, and it makes you feel like closer to your digital avatar creature or whatever it happens to be. Which I feel like maybe our followers, maybe I didn't feel like the poll was that confusing, or maybe I was just shocked by the results, but it came back a lot differently than I expected, because I was like, well, I said Pokemon X and Y were the last great Pokemon games, and it came back 60% said no. And I was like, well, that's either implying that X and Y weren't great games or that Sun and Moon were also great in their eyes. So it's a little bit broad and open-ended, but I was surprised that people felt that way. So it was just kind of weird. I got people messaging me saying like Pokemon Blue and Red, and I'm like, well, come on, yeah, those were great games, but that was like 25 years ago. I mean, come on, those aren't the only great Pokemon games. So
I've never played Sun and Moon, but since the last games were